All right, let's get right into it. We're witnessing a massive shift in India's economy, and it's all being driven by artificial intelligence. But what the data is showing us is, well, it's deeply concerning. The sources we've looked at suggest this isn't just about some shiny new tech, it's a domino effect, one that's lining up to knock over millions of livelihoods. But before we dive into all the economic models and the really stark numbers, we have to start with something much more fundamental. We have to start with a very real, very human emotion that seems to be sweeping the nation, and that's fear. A widespread and growing fear about the future of work itself. I mean, just look at the sheer scale of this anxiety. Microsoft's Work Trend Index basically dropped a bombshell with this statistic. We're not talking about a niche concern for a few people in the tech industry. This is a mainstream fear, felt by nearly 3/4 of the entire Indian workforce. This isn't just a headline anymore. It's become a national mood. So that really sets up the big question for us today, doesn't it? Is this just a doomsday narrative that's gotten a little out of hand? Or are these fears actually justified by cold, hard data? Let's take a look at what the research is telling us. Okay, let's get into the numbers. And I have to warn you, the projections coming from organizations like the International Labor Organization, well, they paint a truly staggering picture of just how big this disruption could be. Let's just start with this one number, 70%. That's the percentage of existing jobs in India that the International Labor Organization considers to be at a high risk from AI and automation. Just let that sink in for a second. That's 7 out of every 10 jobs. Okay, so let's zoom in a little bit and get more specific. What does this number represent? Well, it's the number of livelihoods specifically within India's IT and BPO sectors that are considered endangered by 2030. You have to remember these sectors have been the absolute crown jewel of India's modern economy, and now they're right on the front lines. And if you thought that was a big number, this one illustrates the wider vulnerability. Because we're not just talking about IT. Across the entire formal sector, that's 93 million jobs. Over 60% of the formal workforce that could just be automated away. Honestly, these numbers are almost too big to wrap your head around. But these numbers, they aren't just abstract figures on a chart. They represent real people with real families in very specific roles. So to really understand the human cost here, we have to ask, who is standing at ground zero of this AI-driven storm? So let's pinpoint the groups that are facing the most immediate, the most acute threat. Because this wave, it's not going to hit everyone equally. The data shows some very clear and very worrying patterns of who is most at risk. It seems like the first domino to fall is routine white-collar work. These roles: data entry, manual testing, basic customer support. For decades, they have been the most reliable pathway into the middle class for millions of young Indians. And now, they are the exact tasks that AI is getting incredibly good at doing. And that's just in the formal sector, the office jobs. Beyond those glass towers, there's an even larger and frankly more vulnerable group at risk. We're talking about India's nearly 500 million informal workers, people in agriculture, construction, transportation. They are facing displacement with almost no resources to rescale and virtually no social safety nets to fall back on. And here's another critical layer to this. This disruption is not gender neutral, not at all. A report from the UN makes it crystal clear that women are significantly more exposed to job loss from AI. Why? Because they're overrepresented in those administrative and clerical roles, the very jobs on the chopping block. This threatens to make the existing gender gap in the workforce even worse. And this is where that domino effect really starts to pick up speed, because the fallout doesn't just stop at unemployment. The research points to this whole cascade of secondary consequences, economic and social, that could be triggered by this level of job displacement. So the ripple effects go way beyond just the initial job loss. We're talking about everything from a severe mental health toll on displaced workers to major systemic financial risks that could threaten the entire economy, and even the reinforcement of old social inequalities. And this isn't just an economic issue. It's causing profound psychological distress. Get this. One study specifically looked at Indian IT professionals who lost their jobs because of AI, and it found a staggering 22% spike in anxiety and depression rates. This highlights a very real and very painful human cost. So you have that personal cost, right? But then there's the system-wide risk. India's own economic survey is sounding the alarm about what it calls a speculative AI bubble. Apparently, it's being fueled by huge, debt-heavy investments that are all concentrated in just a few big companies, creating a situation that has well, a chilling historical parallel. And they're putting numbers on it. The survey projects there's a 10 to 20% chance that this bubble could burst as early as 2026. And the potential outcome, a crisis that could be, and I'm quoting here, worse than 2008. That comparison alone should send a chill down your spine.
And if all that wasn't enough, there's another threat. It's quieter, more insidious, but maybe even more dangerous in the long run. See, AI systems aren't neutral. They learn from the data we feed them. And if that data is full of our own historical prejudices, the AI doesn't just learn them, it amplifies them and automates them at a massive scale.
And please, don't think this is just some academic theory. It's happening right now. Studies have already documented AI hiring tools that actively discriminate. One analysis found a 30% bias against women. Another showed that workers from scheduled castes and tribes faced 28% higher odds of being displaced. The AI is literally creating digital barriers that reinforce old systemic inequalities. So, when you add all of this up, the sheer number of job losses, the psychological toll, the massive financial risks, the embedded biases, it becomes incredibly clear that this is so much more than just a simple technological update for India. An analysis from the economic survey really sums it up perfectly. The challenge that AI presents, it's not fundamentally about technology. It is an existential economic challenge. And the path India chooses to take right now will likely define its economic future for generations to come.
Which brings us to this final, terrifying, unanswered question. For decades, we've heard that India's greatest asset is its massive young population, its demographic dividend. But if AI automates away the very entry-level jobs that this young workforce desperately needs, you have to wonder, is that greatest asset on the verge of becoming the nation's greatest liability?